like the people, and just enjoy it.
And you've always been in business, in the grocery business, right?
All my life.
And at Stone Mountain, how long did you run it?
37 to 62. Then I had a heart attack and got over that. Came here in 67, I believe.
Boy, we used to run this store at Christmas time.
Yeah, you worked down here quite a while.
And we would stock that thing up with fresh fruit at Christmas, and people would just come in there.
And candy?
Yeah.
Golly.
What was that you told Wiley Puckett when he come in there one day? Did his wife call?
Oh, pecans. I had a big display of the prettiest pecans I ever seen. They were big, beautiful pecans. And I said, your wife called, I don't know if I had any pecans, and I told her I had some real pretty ones. And she said, tell you to get 10 pounds of them. And he said, all right, get them up. I weighed them up and everything, and he picked up the pecans and started out the door, and he turned around. He said, if my wife told you that, I'll pay you for these pecans. If she didn't tell you that, I'll never pay you for them. But he did. He paid for it.
He paid for it.
She didn't call.
Oh, Lord of mercy. When you run this store, there wasn't but 2 stores in Centerville, right?
That's right.
And that was this one and the one down the hill.
Mr. Jew had it. Mr. Spivey had it before him.
Yeah. Well, when Mr. Jimmy Garner run this store here, wasn't he in business for himself down the hill?
No, he'd already closed up.
Oh, okay. I just can't remember him running it.
Yeah, he ran it quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he was able.
Yeah. That little yellow house down there is a civic center in Centerville and everybody. And the house over there, that white house belonged to Mr. Arthur Darby, which was Arthur Darby's wife was Grandpa Brannon's sister.
Right.
And his son, Dewey, lives in that big white house next door over there. That'd be Papa's first cousin. Sure did. It's growing like everything.
Well, I'm just proud to see.
Sure enough, he is. This was Papa's competition here, Mr. Juhan. And down in the corner down there, the house has been torn down, but that belonged to Papa's brother. And it was sold. Aunt Kate, Uncle Colbert Brannon was real sick, and he passed away, and then Aunt Kate lived there. Frances Mitchell, her sister, moved in with her. We always loved to go down there, but it seems like when she moved in there, nobody felt welcome to go down there because she was just always so smart-mouthed to everybody. So we didn't go. Now she sold it and got her a big, pretty house built somewhere else. Let's go right here. Papa had a big old rack here that the cars drove up on. They changed the oil and everything. It stayed busy all the time. All the young boys like to come up here and use that thing. There he is, walking around. He always loved that big old tree right there, too. And sometimes in the back room, he had checker games. When you ran the store back in '57, Did you let people play checkers in the back room?
Yeah, back room is a kind of recreation place.
And did they ever get into a fight?
Almost.
They just kind of met there and hung out, the older people, retirees.
Right.
What happened the day they almost got into a fight?
It was over the checker game. I don't recall.
And it was this store where you was talking about last night where they had that salmon, where you had your salmon and stuff
Yeah.
out, and your crackers and your cheese, and people just kind of come and they'd buy. How much was a can of salmon?
50 cents for the medium-sized can. It now sells for $1.85, I believe.
Yeah.
$2.
Yeah.
$1.85.
And 20 cents for a Coke? It wasn't 20 cents back then, was it?
Back then it was 5 cents.
All right, they'd pay 15 cents for a can of salmon and nickel for a Coke.
5 cents for a box of crackers.
5 cents for a box of crackers, and then they'd get them a hunk of cheese. And so they'd eat for less than 50 cents, wouldn't
Sure,
they?
yeah. 50 cents would buy 2 of them a dinner.
Oh.
And it'd be good, too.
Yeah. You got some good memories here, hadn't you?
Well, some of them been bad, but most of them was good.
Yeah. Because this was the store that was running when we lost
Mother?
our precious mother. She always liked to come down here too. She would come down here and
She enjoyed it.
she always wanted me to bring the grandchildren down. They'd bring the grandchildren, and I'd tell them they couldn't have something. She'd tell them they could. She always saw to it that they got their share of candy and everything. Little bitty baby bobcat. He's hung in that ditch building McDonald's. And I believe he's going to turn over. That's the smallest one I think I've ever seen. Can you believe McDonald's in Centerville? I guess my brother Bobby'd enjoy seeing this part of the film because he loves machinery and stuff like that. Papa got to go over there and check it out now. We got to check that out. Be careful, Papa. Be careful, Papa. Somebody pushing him now. Some of the things that's left, don't know how long, that's Papa's cousin, J.W. Darby. Papa's used to be Papa's store that was sold. Recently gonna push it down until Burger King. Joining this land right here is one of the main sites in Centerville. This belonged to Floyd and Kate Johnson, which was a dear friends to the family. After my mother passed away, she and Papa became close friends and had companionship. She just passed away last year. Very sweet, dear lady. She's left here. Beautiful cat. Man. I'd like to say to my grandbabies that I just turned 53 years old in July. I remember, this road right here being dirt and walking on it to school in Centerville. This is, all this right here is across the road from this Kate. Used to be, you see, J.W. and Dot Piper lived there. Robert and Dot. And all down through there. Look at that. You know that? Mr. Homer Curry lived up there. In that little house right there. And go down there and get their hair cut and sit and talk. Good old days. Good old days. Look at that. I think this shopping center right here belongs to Jerry Johnson, who's the nephew to Miss Kate. His mother and daddy used to live out here too, in that house over there that's been torn down. I think to us 5 kids, this would be the most beautiful house in the world. So full of love as we were raised up right here in this house. And Peggy's bedroom was right there and the boys was on the back upstairs. We had to share a room. Grandma's room was right there. Her bedroom, and then she had her kitchen. All that cooking and everything. Living room right there. We still have our family gatherings there. Papa, he loves his house. Mighty big house for just one person to live in, but he loves it. I can remember way back when Papa's brothers, Uncle Floyd, was living. Him and Aunt Eunice would come down with all their kids, and Uncle Hubert would come. Of course, he didn't have any, and Aunt Bonnie would come. We'd all sit out there in the front yard and had a big old swing right there with trees and everything. We had a swing there. Mama would say, Shirley Ann, go to the apple orchard and get some apples. Which the apple orchard was across the road. There's the garden. The apple orchard was here. And the big barn and everything, which is the lake now. Big shop down there where we have our Christmas and Thanksgiving. And we got so big. Right by the house. That's it. Colbert and Adeline. And there was Bobby and Shirley, Billy, Peggy, and Mom. And Grandma Brown. What is going on today at Papa Brannon's house? November the 15th. Oh my goodness, and Jack just is going around in circles. I believe he's having a yard sale. All kind of stuff. Sale in there.
creamy potatoes, and matching up sweet potatoes with potato pie.
Fattening foods.
Oh, let me play y'all a little tune.
Yes, sir. When I put that out there, I said, if I don't say that, I'm taking it to the house after the sale.
This thing when you fix your lard out, crack things, you know.
On the baskets, they're marked. This ain't marked.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about these baskets.
oh, baskets, I thought you said plastic.
If you buy 2 or more, I'll give you this.
I really don't need no baskets. I ain't got nowhere to put baskets.
Yeah.